When people hear erogenous zones, automatically they would think, oh, those are your genitals, right? Well, fair enough, they are sensitive for a reason. But pleasure isn't only found in the most obvious places. Sometimes it can start with a kiss on the neck, a hand on the waist, fingers running through your hair, or even a very slow, subtle touch on your lower back. Like, if you know, you know. The body has so many areas that can respond to touch, pressure, warmth, and attention. And once you understand that, intimacy becomes less of chasing that one main spot and more on exploring your whole body with curiosity and an open mind. And so today, we're going to be talking about erogenous zones, what they are, why they feel good, and mostly how to explore them safely at your own pace. Hi, I'm Bridget and welcome back to Clitical Thinking, where sexual health, pleasure, and real education come together so you can make informed choices with confidence. This episode is brought to you by Lauvette, the leading sexual health and wellness store in the Philippines. If you'd like to explore our full range of love toys and educational resources, visit the website or check the links down in the description. Erogenous zones are areas of the body that are more sensitive to touch, pressure, temperature, movement, or stimulation. When these spots are touched in ways that the body enjoys, they can create such pleasurable sensations, increase arousal, or help someone feel physically and emotionally connected. Now, some erogenous zones are considered as primary erogenous zones. These are areas with a higher concentration of nerve endings, aka higher sensitivity. These are the genitals, nipples, lips, and ears. But there are also secondary erogenous zones, which may not seem immediately sexual, yet can still feel pleasurable depending on the person, situation, or emotional connection. That includes places like the scalp, wrists, stomach, thighs, lower back, or even behind the knees. Now, the biggest misconception about pleasure is that there's only one way the body should respond. Like if someone says, hey, this technique works on me, people start assuming that their bodies are broken if said technique doesn't work on them. But that's not how bodies function. Everybody is different and every body is different. Get the gist here? Sensitivity can also change over time. Stress, lack of sleep, medications, hormonal changes, aging, anxiety, and pleasure. Trauma and even hydration can affect arousal and pleasure. Let's start with the most obvious erogenous zone, the lips. The lips are filled with nerve endings and are highly responsive to temperature, pressure, and movement. That's why kissing can already feel so intimate without going any further or touching anywhere else. Neck and ears. The neck and the ears are also extremely sensitive because of thinner skin and concentrated nerves. Warm breath, kissing, whispering, gentle licking, or light touches around these areas can create tingling sensations very quickly. For some people, it works because it builds anticipation, as it's considered a huge part in arousal. Scalp and hair. Now, let's get into the most underrated erogenous zone, the scalp. Your scalp contains a lot of nerve endings, which explains why a really good head massage feels weirdly relaxing. Some people also like some gentle hair tugging during intimacy. Though communication matters here because too much pressure can quickly become too painful. The hands and inner wrists are surprisingly sensitive too. This area responds well to tracing, kissing, massages, temperature play, and soft teasing. And psychologically, hand touching can create intimacy because it's connected to affection in daily life. Hand holding, thumb rolling, tracing fingers, those gestures already activate emotional closeness for many people. The inner thighs and stomach are also considered as sensitive because they're close to the genitals. And again, proximity matters psychologically. The closer a touch gets intimate without actually touching them, the more anticipation builds. So like when you touch someone's lower back, you're kind of sending them a signal, especially if you're in a romantic situation, especially if you're in a romantic relationship. Some people enjoy feather-light touching here, while others prefer massage, pressure, or warmth. Massage oils, body safe candles, and softer textures can also make stimulation feel more immersive. Okay, let's break down the pleasure zones associated with the female anatomy. And quick reminder, this is an anatomy-based education, not a checklist. No two bodies respond the same way. The clitoris. The clitoris is one of the most sensitive pleasure organs in the body. The visible part alone already has over 10,000 nerve endings and even more. But what most people don't realize is that internally, the clitoris is a lot bigger. So over here, as you can see, the external part of the clitoris over here is this knob. It looks small, right? But if you look behind it, or if you look a little further, the clitoris is a lot bigger and it pretty much covers up the whole vulva area. So yeah, looks can be deceiving, and mind you, the clitoris or just the vulva as a whole looks differently to different women. This is why internal and external stimulation can sometimes feel connected. And despite what others may think, there's more than just one way to stimulate the clitoris. Others prefer indirect stimulation because sometimes direct pressure just may be a bit too intense for them. Some enjoy tapping motions, while others prefer circular movements, suction-style stimulation, vibration, or layered sensations. Labia and vaginal opening. The labia, or the folds surrounding the vaginal opening, can also become highly sensitive during arousal because that's where all the blood is flowing. Some people like teasing the area, pulling the folds, rubbing it, squeezing, and add some vibration there. Meanwhile, the vaginal opening responds very well to slow pressure, massages, and teasing because it becomes more sensitive once arousal builds. Now, let's talk about the famous G-spot. The G-spot is generally described as a textured area located along the upper vaginal wall, which is usually a few inches inside. Research suggests that the sensations associated with the G-spot may actually be connected to the internal structure of the clitoris. Some people enjoy pressure or curve stimulation here and describe sensations as deeper and fuller compared to external stimulation. Others may not feel it at all, and that's okay because again, every body is different. The A-spot, or the anterior fornix erogenous zone, is located in the vaginal canal, just like the G-spot. Some people report deeper lubrication and deeper sensations when this erogenous zone is stimulated. Then there's the cervix, which sits deeper inside the vaginal canal and serves as an opening to the uterus. Some people enjoy cervical stimulations because it can create fuller body sensations. Meanwhile, others find it uncomfortable and too intense. And honestly, let this be a reminder that deeper penetration doesn't automatically mean deeper pleasure. Comfort matters more than trying to force a certain experience. The glans, or the head of the penis, has thousands of nerve endings, making it one of the most sensitive erogenous zones. Some people enjoy light teasing here, while others prefer more pressure, oral stimulation, or textured sensations. Sensitivity levels also may vary depending on circumcision, personal preference, and arousal level. The frenulum is the elastic tissue underneath the glans that connects the head and the shaft. For many people, this is one of the most responsive pleasure spots because of how sensitive the tissue is. Gentler stimulation usually works best here because of how delicate the area is. The shaft and scrotum can respond strongly to touch, pressure, warmth, licking, or massage. Some people enjoy broad pressure. Others prefer focused stimulation. Again, there is no universal technique that works for everyone. The prostate, or P-spot, is this walnut-sized gland that is located internally and can be best accessed through anal or backdoor play. Some people describe prostate stimulation as creating deeper or more full body sensations. And no, anal play does not automatically mean that it's painful. Discomfort usually happens when things are rushed, when there's tension, or when there isn't enough lubrication. Now, the anus doesn't self-lubricate, which is why water-based lube is so important when engaging in anal play. And beginners don't have to automatically jump into penetration. There are many other ways to engage in backdoor play. External teasing and gentle exploration are already good starting points. Now let's talk about those zones that we don't really get to talk enough about. But honey, the pleasure that it brings out. We're trying. Some people actually find the armpit sensitive because of how many nerve endings there are and scent-related attraction. There are even theories that pheromones are involved here. But mind you that research is limited here. The sacrum, or the area just right above the butt crack, is also said to be sensitive. That's because of the nerves connected to the pelvis. This is why lower back touching, traces, or massages can feel very intimate. The perineum, an area located between the genitals and anus, is another overlooked pleasure point. Because it sits close to deeper internal structures, some people enjoy some pressure and vibration there. And then there are the feet and the back of knees. Some people absolutely love stimulation there. Others feel nothing at all. And honestly, that's the whole point of this video. Pleasure is personal. There are different ways for people to stimulate erogenous zones. That includes kissing, licking, rubbing, massage, pressure, temperature play, vibrations, humping, fingering, and penetration, among many more others. Sex toys can also add new sensations that people can't easily recreate with their own hands. Mini vibrators, finger vibes, strokers, clitoral stimulators, prostate massagers, wands, and textured toys all create different forms of sensation. And honestly, sex isn't all about replacing intimacy. They're tools for curiosity, exploration, and understanding your body a lot better. Before we end, let's talk about safety. First, communication. You should feel comfortable to say yes, no, slower, faster, pause right here, or stop at any moment. Consent should feel ongoing and pressure-free. Pleasure works better when people feel safe. Second, lubrication. Water-based lube is usually the safest option because it's compatible with both toys and condoms. It can reduce friction and make things feel smoother and more comfortable, especially during anal or backdoor play. Third, hygiene. Wash toys before and after use. Clean your hands and store properly. Simple habits can prevent infection and irritation. And lastly, aftercare matters too. That could mean cuddling, checking in emotionally, resting, or simply just relaxing afterward together. Pleasure should not have people feeling disconnected or pressured afterward. At the end of the day, erogenous zones are not about finding some magic cheat code. Because pleasure isn't supposed to look exactly the same to everyone. And honestly, that's what makes us human and unique. What's one thing from this guide that surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you'd like to explore more educational resources, body-safe toys, and wellness products, visit lauvette.ph or check the links in the description down below. This is Bridget, and thank you for tuning in to Clitical Thinking, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!